Hey folks, what's going on? It's the Teutonic Plague, live from, direct from the car, actually. I'm in my car right now. I haven't started it yet, and I'm probably not going to start it because I want to save the gas. It's not worth starting my car over because I'm not really particularly going anywhere. This is the official pregame video, Jesus Christ, for the Washington Redskins versus my Philadelphia Eagles. I tried to do this on my PC, but unfortunately it has not been cooperating, so decided I'm going to do it like this. So we will be playing host to these people, and the reason I'm not as hyped as I should be is because I am in a parking lot in a public place, and there are probably going to be people walking by my car, and if I start yelling, they're going to be like, "Sir, are you okay? Are you okay?" Yeah, the fuck is that? Oh. I don't fucking know. Probably some idiot. Some idiot diddling with his truck, putting shit in his truck. He's not going to bother me. Anyway. So, yeah. Redskins versus Eagles. I'm not going to get too loud because I'm pretty close to my phone, and people are probably going to start asking questions, and I certainly don't want people asking questions because these people don't need to fucking know. These people don't need to know. They can't handle the truth, and the truth is that the Eagles are going to whip the fucking shit out of the goddamn Redskins, just like we did back in 2000. You remember back in 2010? I don't remember the score, but you remember back in 2010 when we kicked the living shit out of the Redskins, when we slaughtered them? Now, I'm a little bit hesitant, folks, to call this a blowout because I called a blowout against the Giants. That didn't happen. We won, but we didn't blow them out. Birds 25, Giants 22. And so I'm a little hesitant to call it a blowout. In fact, anyone who knows me knows that I never try to predict the score because that's a little too fine a point to really, predict. But bottom line is, I think the Eagles are going to take this thing because, first and foremost, what you got to understand about the Redskins, they're trash. Secondly, yeah, I don't particularly, and that's the reason I don't particularly hate them as much as I hate, say, the Cowboys, because they don't make a particular mark. I mean, the last time they made the playoffs was 2 years ago, sure, but they lost to the Packers, and the Packers are what, about mid-tier. I rate them at about mid-tier. I mean, they're not the best football team in the league, but then again, Green Bay isn't the worst football team in the league. They're slightly better than some and slightly worse than others. Slightly better than some and slightly worse than others. You know, they're mid-tier. Yeah, they've got Aaron Rodgers, but the Packers have been doing okay-ish, okay since his tenure. They're not trash. I mean, they're not as good as, say, the Saints this year or the Rams. I'd say they're about mid-tier, middle of the road. The fact that they beat the Redskins kind of speaks volumes, and the Redskins did not make the playoffs last year, and I don't think they're going to be making the playoffs this year. The Eagles still have a shot at making the playoffs. I am confident that we're going to be taking 2 in a row here, and the Redskins are not going to be walking out of Philly with a W. Redskins are going to take an L for this one, but let me get to the real nitty-gritty, the reasons why I think so. You got to fucking now, first and foremost, I want to wish Alex Smith a speedy recovery. This man broke his leg last week against the Cowboys. The Redskins went on to take an L. They're coming off a loss. We're coming off a win, so we're confident, and they just lost their quarterback, so they're going to be in a pretty shitty spot. They're going to be up shit creek. Whether they have a paddle or not remains to be seen. But from what I hear about Colt McCoy, this guy is interception central. This guy's interception fucking city. So I don't know if he's interceptions incarnate like Ryan Fitzpatrick, but he's certainly interception city at the very least. Maybe even interception central. So you got a quarterback who is trash and throws interceptions. You got a backup quarterback who's trash and throws interceptions. I'm not saying fucking Alex Smith is trash. I don't know if Alex Smith is trash or not. I don't pay much attention to the Redskins because they're not that big of a problem. You know, they're not that much of a problem in the NFC East. They're like they're a minor annoyance, like a fly that buzzes in your ear. And especially since they lost their quarterback, I don't think that fly is going to be buzzing around much longer. I think it's going to be squashed fucking repeatedly. And I think the Redskins are going to be fucking repeatedly beaten in the balls with a brick. So, yeah, I think the Eagles can beat the Redskins both times we play them. So that's two pretty much, I don't know about pretty much guaranteed wins, but that's two high probability to win, high win probability games. And if we win against the Redskins, that'll even out the record. So I'm actually pretty confident that we'll beat these people. Another reason that I'm confident is because their run defense. Their run defense is actually good, but so is our run game. So that pretty much balances out. We may or may not be able to get very far if we run the ball, but at least we can run the goddamn clock down. But their pass defense is shit, and Carson Wentz, what you folks need to understand about Carson Wentz is he prefers to pass more than he runs. He is not a tank so much as he is a cannon, but he is a very accurate, extremely accurate piece of artillery. He is a fucking offensive weapon because he can both. I mean, he can run the ball, but he prefers to be a cannon as opposed to a tank. And he is an assassin in the pocket. He's like the American fucking sniper. Throws lasers to his fucking men. Granted, sometimes he'll play it a little too safe and underthrow. Sometimes he'll get a little overzealous and overthrow. But he very rarely throws interceptions. And when he throws an interception, he's only going to throw like one. If he throws an interception, you can pretty much guarantee that he's not going to throw another. He'll learn from that and say, okay, I feel you, we'll throw another interception. But, I mean, at least he's not Wentzception. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I'm just saying, I'm pretty confident. I mean, we got an excellent passing game against a shitty passing defense, and we've got a pretty good running game against a pretty good running defense. But Carson Wentz does prefer to pass. He will run the ball if he needs to run down the clock or if he wants to fool the foe, you know what I mean? He's also known for his play action calls. He's also known for his play actions. He'll, like, for those of you that don't know what like I was saying, for those of you that don't know what a play action is, it's when the quarterback fakes a handoff. He pretends to hand the ball off, when in actuality he's going to throw. That's play action. He pretends to hand the ball off, trying to fool the enemy defense, and he throws, and hopefully somebody down the field catches it. So, which... I don't know about 9 times out of 10, but most of the time somebody actually on the Eagles side does. Also, as I said before, Colt McCoy has thrown a lot of interceptions so far. He threw a few picks against the Cowboys, which of course was not good. Cost him the game, was a game killer for him. And if we can capitalize on the interceptions that this man throws, we may be able to get a couple pick sixes on him. I don't know if it's going to be easy. Nothing in football is particularly easy unless, of course, you're playing the Browns, in which case, yeah, it's pretty much guaranteed. I mean, any team against the Browns is pretty much a lock, unless the football demons really don't like you that week, in which case the Browns may win, manage to squeak one out. But yeah, and another reason I don't particularly hate the Redskins, or as I like to call them, the Deadskins. But I don't particularly like them either, which is fine because they're a division rival. I'm pretty much contractually obligated not to like them as an Eagles fan. So, so they claim this guy, right? Oh Jesus, what was his name again? He's a wife beater, so they don't know if he's going to play for him even after they fucking claimed him. They claim some idiot who supposedly beats his wife. They've got somebody who apparently belts his kids, and he belts him. I don't know. I mean, all they say is, "Oh my God, he belts his kids." So you don't get the fucking nitty gritty details. But you got a guy who beats his wife. You got a backup quarterback who's fucking trash on the field. You got a fucking shitty run defense. I don't think the Redskins are going to be winning this game, especially since they'll be surrounded by pretty much Eagles fans, so no support. Because it'll be in Philly. And even if, I mean, next time we play them, we're going to play them twice. And next time we play them, of course, it's going to be on the road in D.C. But Eagles fans, we're pretty zealous about going to the games. In fact, the only reason I don't go to the game, let me explain to you why I don't actually watch the games at the stadium. Number one, it's too expensive. Even if I lived in Philly or near Philly, which I don't even live in the state of Pennsylvania. But even if I did live in or near Philly, do you know how the fuck expensive tickets are? And of course, while you're watching the game, you're going to want to eat something from the concession stand. And of course, the view's probably going to be shit. Let me let you folks in on a little secret. Now, I'm not telling you not to watch the games. I'm not saying do not watch the game. If you want to watch the game at the stadium, please, that would be excellent. Please do that. Support the team. You know, pay for their fucking, pay for the fucking stadium. Pay for the fucking players. Of course, a football team needs money to survive. But you get a better view on the TV than you get on the field, and with the TV. With a TV, you get replays. Yeah, you get commercials, but you also get replays. And, the fuck? Piece of popcorn in my mouth from lunch. Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, you get replays, you get fucking a better view on the TV than you would at the stadium. So if you're not exactly a rich man, like me, as in I'm not saying if you're not rich, like me. Oh, I'm super rich. I'm Bill Gates. No, what I'm saying is if you're not rich like me, I'm not a rich guy at all. I'm not exactly poor. I'm decently off, but I'm not rich. So I can't afford to fly to fucking Philly and watch the first and foremost I'd have to worry about airfare. Then I'd have to pay for a fucking room in a hotel to put me up for the night. Then I'd have to pay for a seat at the game. Then I'd have to pay for concessions. So the way I see it, an excursion to Philly to watch the Eagles from where I am, the way I see it, I'd owe a total of about $2,000. 2,000 American dollars to watch an Eagles game. But I don't want to pay 2,000 American dollars, which I don't have to, because I don't need to watch the game at the stadium. That's not something I have to do. It's not something I have to have. You understand? But back to the topic at hand, I am very confident that we're going to beat the Redskins. Or as I've called them this week, the Deadskins. The reason I haven't made, yes, it is Redskins hate week, but the reason I haven't made very much anti-Deadskins propaganda is because I had some shit to take care of during the week that kind of ate up my time, and as it turns out, this shit was more important than, of course, football, because believe it or not, I've got a life. I've got a life outside of fucking football. Football, granted, is a part of my life, but it's not my whole life. My world does not revolve around the Philadelphia Eagles, believe it or not. I just like the team. I just support the team. I just root for the team. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I got nothing else to say. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and watch the Saints beat the shit out of the Cowboys, because we got a lot of mouthy Cowboy fans at my school who are going to be watching the game in the student union. So I am going to go ahead and watch that particular excursion. It should be an excellent brawl. Should be an excellent brawl. Should be an excellent brawl. So I'm actually excited. Of course, I'll be rooting for the Saints this time, because I despise. If there's one team I really, really don't like, it's the Cowboys. Definitely, I hate the Cowboys with every cell in my body. So I'm going to be rooting for the Saints for one game only. Maybe, because they might be going to the Super Bowl, and when the Super Bowl rolls around, you got to pick a team, and if the Saints play the fucking Patriots, I forgot how much I hate the goddamn Patriots, I'll have to root for the Saints again. But we'll worry about that in February. We'll worry about the Super Bowl in February. If the Eagles make it, of course, I got to be loyal to the brand and root for my Birds, but if they don't, then I got to pick a team, because them's the rules. All right, I will see you around in the next one. Probably going to be the post-game. This has been Teutonic Plague, live direct from his car, of all places. What a weird place to fucking make a video. What a weird place to make a fucking video. Okay, I'm done. See you in the next one. This is the Teutonic Plague, signing off. Fly, Eagles, fly. Stay Teutonic. And all that good shit.